I wanted to talk about this comment because this is something that I already wanted to discuss on my channel, and also because I believe it's a helpful comment, as well as I'm reading comments on this video. By the way, if you don't know, this is the video where I talked about why people abruptly cut people off. And a lot of commenters discuss how they've isolated themselves from friends and family because they've not been able to tolerate certain behaviors, which causes some isolation. So I wanted to talk about this, discuss it, let you guys know what I'm doing and how I'm dealing with not having a whole lot of friends right now, and as well as where I'm at in my healing process, and basically just answering this question. Just a little background information about me. I am intentionally healing from traumas that I've experienced in my life, from as a child to as an adult in relationships. And that is spreading from family to friends and even intimate partners. I mostly try to stick to how I heal from emotional manipulation and emotional abuse in friendships, because that's where I feel most comfortable being open and honest on my channel for the world to see. But the tools that I utilize as I'm building safe relationships are tools that I'm pretty much applying to every area of recovery I'm in. I've actually come to the awareness that I'll probably always be working on recovering from trauma that I've experienced. It's never going to actually go away. And so the best thing I can do is learn how to live with it and surround myself with people who I feel safe around so that I can show up as the best version of myself that I can possibly show up as. I personally do not like hurting people. However, because I can have some extreme reactions when I feel unsafe in a relationship because of things I've experienced in the past, I now realize I need to be very selective and cautious with who I surround myself with, because I try not to put myself in intimate relationships with people who will trigger me, because I don't want to react in ways that hurt other people. So to answer the question, I don't have a lot of close friends. I have two close friends, and those friends that I would say that I interact with on a pretty frequent basis, that I share personal things with, that I lean on for support, those friends are at different stages than I am as far as their relational capacity. Those two friends are, I would say, I wouldn't say exactly healthier, but healthy in a different way than I am, because either they've worked through a lot of stuff. One of them is about almost 10 years older than me, and then the other friend hasn't really experienced a lot of the hardships that I've experienced. So their life experience is different. So how they relate to people is different than how I've experienced people relating to me, and how I've even shown up unhealthy in relationships. So I don't really get a lot of that toxic behaviors that could trigger me from these two people. Is that I'm very selective of who I get close to. They have to be very healthy in the way they relate to people. And it doesn't matter if they've experienced bad stuff in their life, but I just need to see evidence that they've worked through it and it shows up in their behavior, because I'm working really hard on what I've experienced that has created certain negative behaviors that show up in me. You can't work on these things and be better in relationships if you're not aware of them. A lot of times they can look at everything someone's done to them and how people mistreat them and how people are toxic and all this stuff, but they have a hard time really being self-aware and seeing those behaviors in themselves and really digging deep to find out why they behave that way and working on changing it. And that's just the stage that I'm at, is that I am aware of how experience experiences that I've been through can cause me to react in certain ways and show up in relationships in certain ways that are not supportive of healthy relationships. So I'm just at a stage in my life right now where I know for myself that I don't have the capacity to tolerate certain behaviors that are unhealthy and considered toxic. So I do protect myself from people that show me those signs up front. At least I try my best. Now, I don't do great at this all the time, which is kind of like what triggered that video that's getting all the attention. But I do know that it's something that I really need to be intentional about, is setting boundaries, getting to know people slowly, recognizing red flags in people, and as I'm recognizing them, making an assessment as to if this is somebody that is going to be safe for me to get close to. And by doing that, I protect myself and I protect other people, because it is really not my intention to keep on causing harm to other people because I have stuff that I haven't fully dealt with. And as far as community, because the question said, you don't have community, you could be alone, you have no support. So I have those two friends. And then I have some friends that are a lot older than me. They're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I've found a lot of wisdom and support and guidance in those relationships as well. And so I have about 3 or 4 friends like that and so I get support from those friends as well. And that's another tip that I would say: find somebody a lot older than you that can help give you guidance and pour into you. And when you find that person, pour into them too. Call them on their birthday, send them cards, show them love, give to them, help them out, go help them in their garden, go bring them groceries when they need. You'll feel so good to be able to help someone like that, and you get so much wisdom. So that's another tip that I have. The other place that I've found a lot of support is my neighbors. Is so unexpected, but I put myself out there in my neighborhood, in my community, and I get to know my neighbors. And I'm doing a little thing at my house for the holidays, or I'm showing a movie in my driveway and I've invited everyone. And I try to think about people in my neighborhood, say hi to them, remember what they like, strike up little conversations, get them little gifts, just do little nice things like that. And my neighbors have pulled through for me, like during the hurricane. Like, I definitely have support. And the cool thing about it is it feels safe, because I'm not like so intimate with anybody where they know like all my stuff and I know all that stuff and I'm having like all this close interaction all the time. It's not like that. But I do feel a sense of community with people who are close to me, and I know they know who I am, they know where I live, they look out for me. And if anything's wrong, they will be there to help support me and whatever. So that's another place to think about finding community. And the last place is my dog, Artie. He's the cutest. He's kind of sick right now, so pray, send your well wishes, your good vibes for him, because he's my little guy. He's the best dog ever. He's my little support, and I love my dog. He's so handsome. So I hope this video answers that question sufficiently. You can be at a place in your life where you don't have what you would consider a lot of close friends, but you do have community and you do feel supported by people around you and people you have access to. So I hope this helps. Bye.